What's up and welcome back to the Gridiron with Chance Aspen. Make sure you subscribe down below, like this video, comment. Now, enjoy this video. Alright, welcome back to week number 6 of my 5 NFL thoughts. If you don't know by now, I give you my 5 NFL thoughts every single week, and this is week number 6. Let's get into it. Thought number 1. The 49ers are still the team to beat in the NFC. Now, I know they've started off a little bit slow, and they haven't looked like the 49ers we're all used to, right? They sit right now at 3-3. They've dropped 2 division games. They haven't looked as crisp on both sides of the ball, both offensively and defensively. They have not looked as dominant as we expect from the San Francisco 49ers. But here are 3 reasons why I still consider them the team to beat in the NFC. 1. The overall talent on the roster is stacked. If you look offensively, if you look defensively, their talent compares to nobody. They might have the most talent on an individual on a roster than anybody else in the NFL. They're loaded and stacked at a lot of positions and on both sides of the ball. They're a loaded roster. And that alone should get them a lot of wins. Reason number 2. Play caller. Kyle Shanahan is the best play caller in the NFL. How he can scheme things up for players, like his running scheme, it appears it fits with any running back. He doesn't even need Christian McCaffrey. Now, they want him back, obviously, because he's a hell of a player. But his running scheme, it works with any running back, it appears. Grab a guy out of the 7th round, bring him in, yep, it's going to work for him. He is the best play caller in the NFL. And he can scheme things up better than anybody else in football. Third reason, and the last reason, they're great defense. They're great defense that has a lot of talent on the defense, but that defense is always going to keep you in the football game. With Fred Warner and Nick Bosa, if you have those 2 guys on your defense is going to be pretty good. Nick Bosa, who is far and away the best linebacker in the NFL, he might be one of the best players in the NFL. Every time you watch San Francisco 49er football games, you see Fred Warner sideline to sideline making play after play after play. Same with Nick Bosa. Getting after the passer, getting sacks, creating havoc. That's what Nick Bosa does. And with those 2 guys on your defense, you're always probably going to have a great defense. And those are the 3 reasons why I believe the San Francisco 49ers are still the team to beat in the NFC. Even though they came out to start this year struggling a little bit, they're still the team to beat. Thought number 2. The Detroit Lions played the best game any team has played this season against the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, from start to finish, it was dominant. It was dominant. Whatever the Lions wanted to do, they did. Offensively, when they wanted to run the ball with Montgomery and Gibbs, they did. When they wanted to run play-action pass and throw deep shots to Jameson Williams or crossers to Amon-Ra St. Brown, they did it. When they wanted to just drop back pass with Jared Goff, they did it. When they wanted to run trick plays, they could do that as well. Offensively, I don't think I've watched a team all year do whatever they wanted to do. And the defense not be able to stop it, like, at all. At all. And then defensively for Detroit, they shut down that Cowboys offense. That Cowboys offense had nothing going. They created turnovers. Their D-line was great. Their DBs were great. Everything about the Detroit Lions was perfect. I don't think they could play any better than that. That's a team that I watched on Sunday and was like, yeah, that team can win the Super Bowl. They were that good on Sunday in Dallas. Like, start to finish. I haven't watched a team dominate a game like that in the NFL from start to finish in a very long time. Credit Dan Campbell. Credit to Brian Johnson. Credit to the coaching staff for getting that team ready to play at that level for 4 quarters. I mean, it wasn't close. It was not close, and it was not competitive. Detroit owned that football game. Thought number 3. The Dallas Cowboys just aren't the team their owner wants them to be. Jerry Jones wants them to be a Super Bowl contender or Super Bowl or bust. That's just not what they are. Their roster is not Super Bowl caliber. Their defense is not great. They're small on the defensive line. They give up way too many big plays with their cornerbacks. Right? Offensively, outside of CeeDee Lamb, you don't really have any game changers on the offensive side of the ball. Your O-line is okay, but not great. And Dak's good, but you're overpaying for Dak. Dak is not what he's getting paid. He's not that caliber of quarterback. I know Jerry Jones wants them to be a Super Bowl contender. They're just not. They're not that caliber of football team. I would suspect Mike McCarthy is more than likely going to be gone after this year, and hopefully they can figure some things out. But as of right now, they are not where their owner wants them to be. Thought number 4. Jordan Love is starting to look like the Jordan Love we saw last year. I was a little bit worried about Jordan Love to begin the year. Obviously, they were in Brazil playing Philadelphia, and he got hurt in that game. But in that game when he was playing, he did not look like the guy we saw last year. He has not looked like the guy we saw last year in every game he has played, except for this week against Arizona. He finally looked like the guy that the Green Bay Packers paid all that money to. And it was good to see. He finally looked like that elite quarterback, that top 5 quarterback ability that he has. He finally showed it this week. And it was good to see. He threw 4 touchdowns, only 1 pick. Finally got his completion percentage up. His completion percentage was very low over the first couple of games. Below 60%. If you're below 60% as a starting quarterback in the NFL, you're probably not doing very well. He finally got that up to, I think, 68% against Arizona. He finally started to look like the guy we saw last year go on that good run late in the year with the Green Bay Packers. And it was good to see. For Green Bay fans, I'm sure they're happy. And for football fans, Jordan Love is a hell of a football player. The way he plays the quarterback position is very good, is very unique. He throws the ball. He's got a great arm. He's an exciting quarterback to watch in the NFL. My 5th and final thought here in week 6 of my 5 NFL thoughts. Caleb Williams is starting to show why he was the number 1 overall pick in the draft. I know it took a while, and even I was a little bit worried. And I know some people are like, oh, you're too hard on him, give him a couple games. No, I'm not going to give him a couple games because everybody called him a generational talent. When you're a generational talent, when you're being told that you're the next Patrick Mahomes, I suspect that you're going to come in the league and you're going to light it up from game 1. Now, is that unfair expectations that I'm putting on you? Maybe. But everybody else is saying that you're that. So you better show me that you're that. And through the first couple of games, he did not. He did not look good. He did not look comfortable. Their whole offense did not look great. And finally, over these last couple of games, he started to look like the guy that was in college, right? Extending plays with his feet, doing the magical plays that only he and a couple other guys in the NFL can do, running the offense, the system of the offense at a very, very high level. He's got playmakers around him. This is the best offense a rookie quarterback has come into in a while. In particular, a number 1 overall pick. So he's got that on his side. But he's finally starting to look like the Caleb Williams that we saw in college. The reason why he was the number 1 overall pick is because, yes, he can run the offense, but he can do all that other stuff outside the pocket, make things happen. It was good to see. I was happy to see it because I'm rooting for Caleb Williams. He's a very exciting player. He's good for the NFL, so I'm rooting for him. But I just didn't see it early on in the year, so it did worry me a little bit. I'm like, is he going to turn into the guy that we saw when he was at USC? And he finally started to, and I was happy to see it. But that's my NFL thoughts. Again, like, subscribe, comment, and have an awesome day.